What's going on, guys? It's the Foxden. Today's video tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to replace the screen on the 3DS. It's the actual glass replacement. I already made the video and everything. I just wanted to go over some quick little details in case you had any questions or concerns with the process. Okay, with the screen itself right here, when you go to buy it, it's like 10 bucks on eBay, or if you want to get it on Amazon or whatever. If you have a 3DS XL or the old 3DS XL, the new one has the different screen in it, and the older one has the original screen. This glass replacement housing is exactly the same as both models and dimensions. So this glass replacement will work on the new 3DS XL and also on the old 3DS XL. So when you go to purchase one, don't worry about, oh, I can't find the original screen glass replacement. I can only find the new Nintendo 3DS glass screen replacement. They are both exactly the same size, 100%. I bought this off of eBay. It said new 3DS XL glass replacement. So I just wanted to get that out of the way in case you guys have any questions or concerns. Also, I wanted to show you something in Photoshop with the system. It'll be easier to show here. When you go to heat up the screen, make sure when you heat up the screen that you're heating all around the corners of the screen, and also make sure that you're heating up this area as well too. Keep constantly moving it around, and then eventually it will pop up. It will be much easier. Then, like, if you want to make sure you get your suction cup like right here. I can't show it in the video because it's really hard to show because I don't have a tripod. Like, if this is like your little suction cup thing, and like this is your pry tool and everything, you want to make sure that you try to get around in this corner right there. You basically want to start in one corner. Like when you're getting actually ready to pry it, you want to start in one corner. After you do that in one corner, then like pretend this red thing is like your guitar pick. Then you want to just break the seam up here. Once this corner gets opened a little bit, then break the seam here, break the seam here, break the seam here, and it will pop off. Don't use too much force, don't use too much heat, otherwise you will melt the screen. When I was using the heat gun, the actual middle screen itself, not the LCD, but the actual glass protector was bubbling out just a little bit. Like you ever have a battery laying around and gets all puffy and it looks like it's going to explode? Kind of like that, but not that dramatic. When that was happening, I was still having a really hard time moving it, so I just kept doing it little by little. For me to do the whole process, it took about an hour. So that's about it, guys. What's going on, guys? It's the Foxden. In today's video tutorial, we're going to be replacing the screen in the old 3DS. This guide will work also with the new Nintendo 3DS as well too. Let's go over some of the tools you need. You need either a hair dryer or a heat gun. You want to set it to a low temperature, which I'm about to do. You also need some various types of tools. You need a suction cup. You can get these at the dollar store or buy them online. You need like a Pride card. You can use your driver's license, a debit card, or some type of stiff piece of plastic. And I will show you the replacement glass screen. We're not replacing the LCD. If you can see in the video, we're actually replacing the front, just like, you know, of like a glass protector for like a phone. So we're just going to heat up the edges right here along the bezel. As you can see, it's really scratched up. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'll show you what the screen looks like, the glass replacement. Don't unwrap this until we're ready to actually use it. I got it for $10 on eBay, and that's the front of it. So the previous one that I showed you is the back of it. So let's go ahead and set up our heat gun or our hair dryer. And we're going to slowly go along the sides. I'm not going to be able to actually do this in real time because I don't have a tripod. I don't have someone helping me. So that's what you want to do. You just want to get in those corners right there. Okay, so I'll be back in a second. Also, another thing to do is don't use any kind of like metal pry tools. Make sure you're using all plastic pry tools if necessary. And definitely get a suction cup. If you can't get one of these anywhere, you can go in the dollar store and get a suction cup off of like something or whatever, I'm sure, or hardware store that sells suction cups for, you know, like holiday stuff or whatever. But you definitely gonna need that. It's very important you have that. Also, make sure when you're doing this, don't do this over any paper or anything that's wood. It might catch it on fire. I'm doing this on top of the stove. It's a metal plate, so, you know, we're not taking apart anything. We're not going to lose anything. When we go to replace the screen, we're going to need to do this quickly to avoid getting dust on the inside of the LCD screen. You can use a microfiber towel. I forgot to show that in the video. You can do that, but just make sure that you don't use the microfiber towel on the actual sticky side of the screen right there. Otherwise, you're going to get dust particles permanently stuck on your replacement screen. So let's go ahead and heat this up. On this heat gun, there's a variable temperature. You can go up and down on it, but on a hair dryer, you just want to use a low setting. Also, when using the heat gun or the hair dryer, make sure if it burns your hand, then it's too hot to use. So make sure it doesn't burn your hand. Otherwise, if it burns your hand, then it's going to mess up your screen. So you can increase it a little bit. I'm about to increase it just a little bit. Okay, we heated up the screen. We're going to get our suction cup and we're going to put it on the right hand side over there and try to pry gently. Then use one of our picks. Be back. I'm also using a bigger suction cup too. I'm going to go ahead and reheat the screen. Got the suction cup in the corner, so we're going to pry from that corner. You also might need to wet the suction cup too to get it to stick to the screen. I'm going to go ahead and reheat the screen. Still having a bit of a problem. If the suction cup gets stuck to the screen, just go ahead and use a spludger tool. You really can't tell in the picture, but the screen is starting to lift up. It's starting to bulge out like when a battery gets very hot and explodes. I've been turning on the system and make sure that the screen's still working. It's still working, so just keep repeating the same process with taking that and going in the corners and moving the suction cup all over the place. I finally got the screen to pop up, just kept moving the hairdryer, moving the suction cup all around, and it's starting to pry up. Go ahead and grab your guitar pick and shove it in that corner right there, that little pointy spot. Now take your guitar pick and drag it all the way down that side. Do the same thing with the guitar pick. You want to drag it all the way down the bezel. As you can see, the screen's about to lift off, so just grab your guitar pick or your finger and just go all the way down that bezel too. Then go up to there. If you can't use the guitar pick, go ahead and use your plastic spludger. Okay, the screen's off. I have to get going. I'll finish this when I come back. Okay, I'm going to finish this when I come back. As you can see, the screen's off. It doesn't have that horrible yuckiness anymore. I'm going to come back and replace it. Just try to not move around the house or whatever. Don't take it outside. Don't use the system like this. We're going to go ahead and replace the screen. And you saw I had the razor blade in the video. No, I did not use that. I thought I needed to, but I didn't need to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll finish this when I come back. Okay, now that the screen is out, the little glass protective cover, take a microfiber towel and you want to clean the dust particles off the screen. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and install the new glass protector. When wiping the screen off, you want to wipe like that. You want to wipe it very quickly. Be back. As you can see, there's still dust particles on there. It's going to be impossible to get it off. They also might be micro scratches too from it being very old. So don't use any type of wet alcohol or anything. Just don't use any paper towels. Only use microfiber. Peel off the surface. Make sure that adhesive stays on there. Don't touch the screen, the middle of it. You can go ahead and put the screen back on, kind of like you want to tilt it in like a sandwich. Before you push the screen down to activate the adhesive, turn the system on. Make sure it's kind of lined up and there's no dust particles in there. Also turn off the 3D so you can get a better, clear image of it. I'm happy with the results here. You're not going to get every single dust particle out of the system, but it looks much better than before. I'll show you the old screen. Also, make sure to grab your microfiber cloth and push down gently on the screen so it activates the adhesive. And that was pretty much it. This video is maybe about 8 or 10 minutes long. It took me an hour with the heat gun to take the screen off, with going around with the suction cup and everything. But yeah, it wasn't an easy project. It was kind of difficult because I was afraid of breaking the screen. I've never done this before. I just took my time. you know, I'll show you on the other screen here. Basically, you want to heat up all the bezels in the center. Then I grabbed a big suction cup right there. I put it in the middle. Then I was grabbing the little suction cup and doing all four corners and prying up slightly. When you see the screen on your system start to flex, not that bad, but when you start to see it flex and everything, that's when you need to really grab the suction cup, put in the corner of the screen and start pulling. But don't pull too hard. Always keep like your hand supported in the back. Then when you use the suction cup, and that will help get the screen removed. Anyway guys, by the way, if you buy any type of tools from Harbor Freight, they're always broken. I had a problem with the heat gun. It kept turning off and turning on, not from an overheating cycle, it's just a piece of junk. This is the first time I bought the heat gun, but everything they sell in Harbor Freight is complete garbage. It's like basically disposable tools. Anyway guys, like and subscribe to the Fox, and it looks pretty good. I was thinking about replacing the bottom, but I don't really feel like it. I was more concerned with the top because it was like really bad. The screen was just god awful. But anyway guys, like and subscribe to Fox, and I'll catch you next time. Have an awesome day.